Hey fellow knights, welcome back to another video. I saw this video, this article, and some of you guys who knows I'm a fan of the Arrowverse. Well, if you guys been keeping up with this channel, you guys who should know I'm a fan of the Arrowverse. I'm not so much a fan of Batwoman and some parts of Supergirl, but I can say safely that I am an Arrowverse fan. I've watched the Arrowverse in general, maybe with the exception of like Batwoman. Um, I watched the entire universe about like again with the exception of Batwoman, which I only seen like one time. I've seen the entire Arrowverse about like what it has to be like either close to 30 or 60 times at this point. I've been I've been watching the Arrowverse ever since it started with the first episode of Arrow, and I've watched each episode in the Arrowverse, for better or for worse. Um, and I think I can say I'm a fan of the Arrowverse at this point. Met I kind of met I forget her name, but the girl who plays Felicity Smoke in Arrow at a C2E2 in 2020. I kind of like bumped into her on like the crowd floor, and I didn't recognize her at first. So I apologized, like, cause she had dyed her hair red. So I said sorry. She said it's fine. Didn't realize that was her. I said, oh shit, that was Felicity Smoke. But to be like that respectful human being, I didn't want to go like chasing after her. If I recognized her in that moment, I probably would have asked, hey, it's okay if I quickly got a selfie with you or something. Because that was my goal to take a pretend to get go like a selfie for free, and uh, I had the ball chopped. Oh me, god damn it, had the ball chopped. Anywho, so Supergirl's leaving Netflix in 2025 and 6, along with all the other DC shows from the CW. Supergirl is going to be the beginning leaving Netflix soon. So more bad news for fans of Netflix DC shows. Supergirl will leave Netflix in the in select regions beginning in 2025. We've learned some will see the show depart as soon as March 2025, although the United States will hold on to the series until late 2026. Here's what you need to know. Melissa Benoist first assumed the role of Carl Sorrell in 2015 when the first season mysteriously aired on CBS. After moving to the CW for season 2, and 126 episodes later, all 6 seasons have been streaming on Netflix in many regions around the world for a number of years since the final season aired 2021. Um, Netflix carried the show in the United States under a big overall output deal that Netflix had the CW throughout the 2010s. The show was licensed separately in order in other regions. Netflix will begin losing shows starting with blah, blah. Netflix will begin losing the show starting show starting show okay. So apparently I can't read. In early March, Latin America countries like Argentina, Brazil, Colombia, and others will lose the show on March 10th of 2025. For those in the regions such as Canada, Europe, and Asian territories, excluding the United States, the show will be leaving on the end of March, so on the 30th, being my dad's birthday. This news should not come to us a complete surprise if you've been following our leaving soon posts in recent weeks. Supergirl is one of the number of DC series that makes up the Arrowverse that will be departing globally over the next year or so. We've also reported the fact that Black Lightning is now leaving Netflix in international regions, and Arrow will be departing Netflix US later this year. The United States is going to hang on to the show a little longer than most international territories, or Intel suggests Netflix will keep hold on the show until December 15th, 2026. Here's a reminder of the other DC shows set to leave Netflix in the upcoming year. So, um, I guess this is for the United States. So Arrow is on December 18th of this year. Then comes Black Lightning, which is September 1st next year. Legends of Tomorrow is going to be on September 2nd of 2027. And The Flash on November 28th, 2028. Supergirl is a pivotal part of the Arrowverse, and if you're looking for a full streaming guide of the Arrowverse, both on and off Netflix, we got you covered. Oh, I guess they okay. Well, they had pretty much all the shows except for Batwoman on there, which I'm not sad that they don't have Batwoman on there because Batwoman is like the worst show in the Arrowverse, and I wouldn't have minded Batwoman to stay in as a side character. Per se, that makes sense. You know, I will say this before I get into my thoughts about this. I would have enjoyed seeing the Arrowverse, like in terms of the Flash show, having one last season, and and that's because I've heard that if we got that one extra season, which I think was like season 10, we would have got introduced to like really got introduced to the Arrowverse's Just League. Because at the end of the Crisis on Infinite Earths, we got teased with it. So I would have loved to have seen the Arrowverse's Justice League doing their own thing. And a lot of people are saying that Crisis on Infinite Earths set the bar high, and that they're like, I've heard some people say that it set the bar high, which is true, and that there's no like ideas there for could top the Crisis crossover, which I think is false. If they formed actually sold the Justice League, right, we could have had Steppenwolf, we could have had Brainiac. Can you imagine a Brainiac crossover in the Arrowverse with that version of the Justice League? That would be freaking cool. And like, End of Crisis isn't the only time that we got like a hint of the Justice League. I think it was the Flash season 9 is where we hear like Nora Allen uh quickly mentioning like the League and the Watchtower. So dude, like we were robbed. I would have loved to have seen the Arrowverse take on the like have the Justice League fighting Steppenwolf, which could have led into Brainiac. Potentially. I don't know that much about Steppenwolf and how he connects with Brainiac, if there is one. But am I excited to see the Arrowverse leave Netflix? I'll say I am. Um I've been a huge fan of the Arrowverse, like I said, since it came out. And I watched it multiple times on Netflix. Um, am I sad to see it go? Yes, but I'm not too surprised. I mean, they're like removing what the Cry Kid films by the time I'm recording this video by the end of the month, which is in March, I believe. They haven't done that already, and they like to like remove those like Cry Kid films, then bring them back and remove them again. Like they're playing tricks to my heart here. But I'm gonna be sad to see their first go. I wonder if they're on Max. Isn't that where like DC has all their stuff at? It's on Max. Because if the Arrowverse is leaving and Netflix, but it's going to HBO Max, I might have to get Max. Just saying. Anyways, what do you guys think? Let me know in the comment section down below. Be kind to one another and hope you guys have an amazing day.